Want to make music but don't know any theory? Then you're in the right place. Let's learn how to write a melody. So, melodies are a sequence of notes played or sung in a specific rhythm. I'm sure you know that. I'm not trying to baby talk you here. I just want to make sure that we understand the fundamentals, the most simple elements of music, and how to create it, its core components before we move into the more complex stuff. So, before we begin, let's figure out what to call each note. So, these are the notes of a C major scale. So, when you're in C major, these are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So the key names are also associated with letters of the alphabet, but let's use these numbers for now. Once again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So you can see that there are some keys that we didn't play in that scale. So notes outside of the scale are called accidentals, which for the scale are the black keys. Black keys can be referred to as either sharp or flat, with flat keys referring to the black notes that are right below a white note, and sharp keys referring to the black key that is right above a white note. So if I refer to a flat five, and this is the five, remember? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to do a flat five, that's this key. And if I want to do a sharp five, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A sharp five is this key. So those are the basics. You got it. Now that you know those numbers, you can basically put those together to create any chord, any melody. You know how to construct notes. If I tell you, all right, this chord is a 1, 3, 5, you know how to form it. 1, 3, 5. And if I tell you the chord is a 1, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, easy. You know how to form that already. Boom, there you go. You can play anything. Um, Easy peasy. So, for instance, let's change the scale so that instead of a 3 natural, we play a 3 flat instead, all right? So now let's play the whole scale with this. Notice how it sounds darker or sadder. This is called a minor scale, specifically a melodic minor scale. There are many other types of scales that we can create by changing which accidentals we choose to play. Here's another variation. Added a couple extra black notes there. It's a different type of minor scale. So already you can see that you can use different notes, combine them in different ways to achieve different emotional effects. Already you're starting to get it. So learning scales is a great way to intuitively understand note relationships, how different intervals, the distance between two notes sound. Let's talk about intervals. Let's show you some examples. So this is a third. A third is the relationship between a 1 and a 3 note. Basically, that's the essence of it. A fourth is the relationship between the 1 and the 4 note. Essentially, this is a fifth, the relationship between the 1 and 5. Imagine your playing is a little less sloppy than mine, but there you go. Already, you understand note relationships, intervals. I can tell you numbers, and you know how to play it. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. So now that we know our way around the notes, we're ready to make some melodies. So let's stay in this key, which is C major, and write a melody in that key. Feel free to follow along at home and write your own melody. And remember, there are no rules in music. You can use any note on the keyboard, including the accidentals. Even if you're in a major key, just follow your ear and create whatever sounds catchy. So let me see if I can come up with something. Also, you can compose on a keyboard like what I'm doing, or just input the notes directly into your DAW with a mouse, whichever is easier for you. Let me see what I can come up with. All right, that's an interesting melody. All right, I could do something with that. So now that I've done a melody in C major, let me try coming up with one in C minor. This time the 3 will be flat. So once again, feel free to follow along at home and come up with your own minor melody. You could even try adapting the major melody you just came up with to see how it would sound. You may even prefer it in a minor key this time. Let me try that with mine. Has a bit of a different feel, right? It just feels a little bit different, huh? So on its own, a melody can be catchy, but it might sound like it's missing something. In my next video, we're going to discuss how to form basic chords, groups of notes that can be played underneath a melody to complement it. See you then.